As the Biden administration prepares to hand power over to Trump, people across the nation are wondering what will be the fate of TikTok. In case you weren't aware, a bipartisan bill was signed into law last year that would ban the Chinese-owned app in the United States unless it divests to a US-based owner. That law went into effect on Sunday, which is why TikTok had a nationwide blackout. An hour before the ban took effect, a warning message started appearing in the TikTok app saying that we regret that a US law banning TikTok will take effect on January 19th and force us to make our services temporarily unavailable. We're working to restore our service in the US as soon as possible, and we appreciate your support. Please stay tuned. Then an hour later, when people tried to open the app or click on links to content on TikTok that their girlfriend sent them, they got this message saying, "Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the US. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned." Several other apps owned by ByteDance were also taken offline in the United States, including a video editor called CapCut and another social platform called Lemon8. And TikTok must have copied over some great firewall code from China and recompiled their app because users in the United States still couldn't access videos on TikTok even with a VPN. The app also got scrubbed from both the Android and iOS app stores, so if you weren't on the brain rot train already, then too bad, because you can't download TikTok in the US anymore. But clearly, TikTok's executives have a backup plan here. Before the ban took effect, the platform's CEO made this video appealing to Trump.
Hi everyone, it's Show here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day to connect, create, discover, and achieve their dreams. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform, one who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world and generating more than 60 billion views of his content in the process. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery, as well as a source of inspiration and joy for years to come. Thank you. More to come.
And after a short TikTok blackout yesterday that saw people being forced to touch grass, maybe for the first time in years, President Trump made a post on truthsocial.com where he said, "I'm asking companies not to let TikTok stay dark. I will issue an executive order on Monday to extend the period of time before the law's prohibitions take effect, so that we can make a deal to protect our national security. The order will also confirm that there will be no liability for any company that helped keep TikTok from going dark before my order. Americans deserve to see our exciting inauguration on Monday, as well as other events and conversations. I would like the United States to have a 50% ownership position in a joint venture. By doing this, we save TikTok, keep it in good hands, and allow it to stay up. Without US approval, there is no TikTok. With our approval, it is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe trillions. Therefore, my initial thought is a joint venture between the current owners and/or new owners, whereby the US gets a 50% ownership in a joint venture set up between the US and whichever purchase we so choose." So now Trump not only wants to save TikTok, but he wants the United States to actually go into a joint venture with the company. This is a complete 180 from his views in 2020 when he was beating the TikTok ban drum the hardest. He must really want as many eyes on his inauguration as possible. I mean, over half of Americans use TikTok. It's one of the largest platforms in this country. And I also wouldn't be surprised if ByteDance ended up sweetening the pot a little bit with their deal that they made with Trump behind the scenes by buying some of the official Trump and Melania meme tokens that are available on the Solana network. That's right, the other big controversy this week is that Trump is going to soon be the first sitting US president that has his very own meme coin. Also, I think Trump is officially the first crypto billionaire president. Because if we take a look at gettrumpmemes.com, the official website of Trump's official coin, we can see that 80% of the tokens are held by CIC Digital, which is an affiliate of the Trump organization. So based on the current price of the Trump coin, these holdings are worth over $56 billion. And although it's probably not necessarily all belonging to Trump, he clearly has quite a bit of control over these coin holdings, right? Because they belong to a company which is a subsidiary of his company. So meme magic is real, you guys. We just have to pray that we don't soon see a rug pull of presidential proportions. Now, going back to the TikTok issue, I think the most likely outcome is that the app is going to continue functioning normally. I really feel like if there was going to be a real ban on TikTok, it would have happened already and not at a point where presidential administrations are changing, but things are still in a legal gray area right now. President Biden said he doesn't plan to enforce the ban on his administration's final day. And in case you aren't familiar with our federal government, the president is the leader of the executive branch, and it's the executive branch's job to actually enforce the laws that get written down and passed. So using TikTok or running their content delivery or having anything to do with the app is basically like jaywalking right now. It's technically illegal, but nobody wants to bother with writing up a ticket for the violation. And obviously, Trump doesn't want to enforce the ban either because he sees some huge money-making opportunities with it. But the way that the law was actually written is that the service providers that allow people to access TikTok could face penalties up to $5,000 per user per day. And when you multiply that by the 170 million Americans that use TikTok on a daily basis, we're talking about $850 billion worth of fines. And the law also allows these penalties to be issued up to 5 years after they're committed. So that would be after Trump's administration is over. And yeah, it really looks like it's going to be up to whoever the next president is if they want to decide to fine these companies into oblivion or not. Now, personally, I don't think TikTok should be banned. I see it as just another vice like soda or fast food. These things clearly aren't good for you, but it's not the government's role to tell you how much you can have or if you can indulge in those vices at all. And I understand the argument that's in favor of banning it. I understand completely that the Chinese version of TikTok promotes educational content while the American one promotes brain rot. But at the same time, people are still choosing to consume that brain rot and choosing to be influenced more by dancing pixels on a screen made by a literal Chinese company than by your fellow man who tries to build up himself and his community is just one of the symptoms of the sickness that we have in American culture. And the empty suits in our government that got us here in the first place have no genuine interest in fixing the problem, just in lining their own pockets. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it to hack the algorithm, and check out my online store, based.win, where you can buy my stylish merch and accessories for your phone or laptop, 10% discount store-wide when you pay in Monero XMR at checkout. Have a great rest of your day.